Lord of life, I begin this prayer in inner silence, recognizing that your presence makes no noise, yet transforms everything. When the heart slows down and the mind grows quiet, that is when we realize you are always here. Before the words, before the requests, before the tears, you already knew every thought that today tries to find its place within us. In this moment of adoration and contemplation, I acknowledge you as the sustainer of my days. I recognize that I do not walk alone, even when loneliness tries to convince me otherwise. There is a greater strength surrounding me, a steady hand that does not let go, even when my own hands are tired of fighting. Today I stop running. I stop pretending to be strong. I stop over-explaining what only heaven understands. I stop to listen to you. And with humility I say, speak to me, Lord of hope, because my heart needs to learn how to trust again. Just as on that day in the synagogue, when a man with a withered hand was called to stand in the middle, I also place myself at the center of your presence. Not with rehearsed speeches, not with spiritual masks, but with the truth I carry. There are areas of my life that feel dry, hardened by time, by waiting, and by disappointment. And I confess, I tried to hide them. I tried to compensate. I tried to adapt to the pain. But today I hear your call. Get up and come to the middle. Coming to the middle requires courage. It means stepping out of the crowd, stopping being just a spectator of miracles in other people's lives, and admitting that I also need restoration. Coming to the middle is admitting that not everything is okay, even when the smile says otherwise. And here I am, not because I am strong, but because I trust that you are faithful. Teach me to stretch out my hand, not just my physical hand, but the hand of faith, the hand of hope, the hand that chooses to believe, even when the situation does not help. There are hands tired from working without recognition, hands that carried responsibility too early, hands that lost sensitivity from fighting for too long. Touch those hands, Lord. Where life tried to dry things out, breathe life once again. In this time of meditation, I adore you not only for what you do, but for who you are. When everything goes well, you are good. When everything seems confusing, you are still good. Your goodness does not depend on my circumstances, and that brings me rest. To worship you is to remember that control was never in my hands, and yet everything is safe in yours. There are people listening to this prayer who woke up today with heavy hearts. Worries about the future, finances, decisions, diagnosis, broken relationships. There are those fighting in silence, afraid of being a burden, afraid of seeming weak. But you never grow tired of listening. You do not reject a sincere heart. On the contrary, it is precisely in this place of fragility that your strength becomes most visible. Visit now the restless mind, the one that never shuts off, even in the middle of the night, the one that replays old mistakes, conversations that never happened, decisions that could have been different. Silence this inner noise. Bring clarity where there is confusion and peace where there is an overload of thoughts. Visit also the wounded heart. Wounds caused by words, by absences, by broken promises. Some healed on the outside, but still hurt on the inside. You are the one who heals from the inside out, without hurry, without unnecessary exposure. You heal with truth, but also with mercy. Today, I take hold of the blessing that does not depend on the approval of others. I take hold of the peace that cannot be bought and the joy that cannot be explained. I no longer want to live only reacting to circumstances. I want to learn to respond with faith, with maturity, with the confidence of someone who knows they do not walk alone. Like Saint Agnes, who even at a young age did not bow to fear. Teach me to have firm convictions in an unstable world. She understood early that losing everything is not truly losing when heaven is the destination. Give me that calm courage. that faith that does not shout but remains, that faith that does not depend on applause but stands firm in truth. May I not trade values for convenience, nor silence my faith out of fear of rejection. May I know how to remain standing when everything invites me to give up. And if at any moment I fall, may I fall in your presence, because there even the ground becomes a place of new beginnings. On this day, I consecrate my steps, what I will say, what I will hear, the decisions I need to make. Deliver me from rushed choices and from words that wound. Give me wisdom to discern what comes from you and what is merely anxiety disguised as urgency. May your protection surround me, not as a shield that isolates me from the world, but as a constant presence that guards me within it. May I feel that I am not at the mercy of chance, but cared for by an attentive love that sees what no one else sees. May I rest without guilt when I lie down. May I rise with purpose when I wake up. May I recognize the small signs of your grace throughout the day, a conversation, a moment of protection, a detail that could go unnoticed, but reveals that you are at work. Today, I choose to trust, even without all the answers, even with some wounds still open, even with processes still unfolding. Trusting is not denying reality. It is deciding not to be ruled by it. Receive this prayer as a sincere offering. It is not perfect, but it is true. It is not long out of habit, but out of the need to remain a little longer in your presence. Here, I find meaning. Here, I breathe. Here, I remember who I am and who you are. May this prayer not end when the audio stops, but continue echoing throughout the day, reminding us that there is hope, that there is care, that there is direction. And may every person who listened until the end feel embraced, strengthened, and renewed. I conclude this prayer with gratitude for life, even with its challenges. Gratitude for faith, even when it is small. Gratitude for your constant presence, even when I do not perceive it. And now, I leave a question for those who listen to this prayer until the very end. What area of your life do you need today to bring to the center, stretch out your hand, and trust that restoration begins exactly there?